Alright guys, so I know this review is a little late. Had a lot of plans last night, and a lot of things got carried away, so let's put it that way. Rhymed accidentally. But seriously though, so a little late I know, but hey, like the old saying goes, better late than never. So we had Monday Night Raw last night from Cleveland, Ohio, and yeah, in the sports world, this Raw actually got quite a bit of attention. I heard it on certain podcasts I listen to by Fox Sports Radio. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it's called the Ben and Mallory Show. It's a funny, good, late sports show. I enjoy it. And it's also got attention from ESPN, as I just recently saw earlier today. Since it was in Cleveland, Ohio, you had Seth Rollins, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, calling that tonight. Well, obviously last night, but he said, tonight is Monday Night Rollins. That Raw is Rollins, I guess. And it was pretty good. He made some pretty good funny jabs at Johnny Manziel, saying that he will never bring the Cleveland Browns a championship. That LeBron James won't bring the Cleveland Cavalier fans a championship, which I fully agree with. Makes me enjoy Seth Rollins more as a fan. And hey, the crowd ate it up. They got a lot of heat on Rollins. That was one of the biggest heel boos I've heard in quite some time. So you know what? Props. And I forgot to mention that too. Also, my Money in the Bank review on Sunday. The crowd was actually pretty darn good. Especially for a pay-per-view crowd. I notice most pay-per-view crowds are kind of like, But I'll give credit to Columbus, Ohio. On Sunday night, it was a pretty good crowd there. And last night, I think it was a pretty good crowd in Cleveland, believe it or not. A lot of LeBron bandwagoners. But anyways, let's start it off with the first match of the night. I'll first mention Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins brawled. Dean Ambrose came out after Rollins' promo. He came in the middle of the ring with the chair afterwards, after brawling with him. And out came Sheamus, fella. The Authority sent Sheamus, Mr. Money in the Bank himself, to Seth Rollins. I want to say Seth Rollins. I'm in the sun, so my brain's probably getting fried right now. Sending Sheamus to Dean Ambrose, excuse me, in a decent match, not a bad match. Ambrose rolls Sheamus up for the win, so I guess in some weird way, that's supposed to protect Sheamus, who just won Money in the Bank. And Ambrose wins, so yeah. And then Rollins is backstage with the Authority. He asks Gunther and the Queen's Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, who's his next opponent going to be at the Battleground pay-per-view, which is a little less than 5 weeks from now. Thank God. WWE actually has a pay-per-view in more than a 2-week span. First it was a Chamber, and then it was Money in the Bank. You had like 2 weeks to separate each one of them. That's just... Anyways, so they'll say that they'll decide later tonight who his opponent will be. They won't tell him now, and Seth cannot choose. So then, eventually through the night, he goes and bumps into JJ Security backstage. And JJ Security basically, he basically makes fun of JJ Security, calling him Dumb and Dumber, which is kind of funny. He also called Kane the old dinosaur earlier in the night. And JJ Security said they don't know who he's facing, even if they knew, they wouldn't tell him. And Jamie Noble basically suggests that Joey Mercury should face Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, because Mercury last week pinned Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring. And Mercury thinks that Rollins is afraid of him, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, Mercury. Yeah, for a 3-time former tag team champion, Joey Mercury, folks. Anyways, so moving on, I don't have my notes in front of me, so if I forget some things, I apologize. Remember, this happened last night, it wasn't like 2 seconds ago. So what do we have? We have the Divas. Oh my god, the Crumpet Page. She tries to rally the troops, basically every diva in the back not named Bella Twins, and says, oh yeah, excuse me. She tries to pull her best Barack Obama 2009 campaign. Oh, instead of yes we can. I want change. We can bring change. We can bring change. I'm like, I don't have any change. No, seriously. Like, I'll bring change to the Divas division. Gotta watch out for the Bellas. It's a Bella world. We need to change it. I'm like, my God, how many freaking times did Paige say change in that one promo? Anywho, of course, to me it would be unbelievable and a plot hole if they actually believed in it. But you remember, they actually, had some brains here. For once, WWE actually made the Divas smart. Because guess what? Paige is the one that actually, had support in the beginning by all the divas, but then she went crazy and just tried to kill every single one of them in the ring for no freaking reason. So they're basically saying, screw you to Paige. And by the way, why did the camera, is this me or the camera, excuse me, just me or the camera really zoom in on the, I'm amazing. Black big booty bitches, big booty. My God, it was like, oh look what Jimmy Uso gets to sleep with every night. Anyways, so they start walking out on Paige. Then the Bellas come in. Big titty Wonder Woman Divas Champion Bella's like, oh yeah, well, see you later tonight. The handicap match. Bye. And ironically, for some reason, the hippie jobber Brie Bella was like rubbing on Nikki's leg when the camera went to a commercial. It was like, yeah, I'm like, whoa, what the hell? What's going on there? Anyways, moving on. Yes, moving on. What else do we have tonight? Oh God, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens cut a promo, saying that John Cena would not be there tonight. Thank God. He's actually selling an injury. Oh my God, John Cena actually selling an injury from the night before. Hell is freaking freezing over around here. Shit. I mean, look how sunny it is, and I think hell might be freezing over even in Arizona, folks. It's a nice view of the mountains. Anyways, so he comes out and says all this, and then he says that since Cena's not there to have his, U.S. Open Challenge, that he's gonna have an Open Challenge himself. So out comes Dolph Ziggler, gets a little Lana. Which, by the way, congratulations to be. You made Lana to be, the most reaction, probably diva with the best reaction to folks probably starting not to care about her because you're rarely showing her doing anything. Anyways, so Dolph comes out and basically says that he accepts the challenge and he wants to go for the NXT Championship. Which, by the way, that reminds me, Kevin Owens also said in the promo prior that he wants to go after the United States Championship. Plot hole here. Kevin Owens is the one that stepped on the United States Championship just several weeks ago and said that it was trash, that it didn't mean anything anymore, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he wants a rematch with John Cena, but he wants it for the United States Championship. Gee, I wonder if Cena's keeping the belt. Anyways, so Ziggler wants a shot at the NXT Championship. Owens says, you can get your challenge with me right now, but then it's going to be a non-championship match. I'm not putting my NXT title on the line. So then they have a match, good entertaining matchup. As usual, Dolph Ziggler flops around like LeBron James, but hey, he's from Cleveland, Ohio, and they were in Cleveland, Ohio tonight, so it was perfect. Kevin Owens wins the match after the pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. Owens wins. Alright, give him a little steam. And also later in the night, speaking of Owens, Machine Gun Kelly performed. Yay! I can't stand Machine Gun Kelly. Alright, I'm invincible. No. Anyways, Machine Gun Kelly performed, blah, blah, blah. Kevin Owens comes out, gives him a fake clap. And believe it or not, people want to blame Kevin Owens all they want. Kevin Owens was just talking to freaking Machine Gun Kelly. Machine Gun Kelly, call me the devil's advocate, but freaking, he just pushes Kevin Owens for no freaking reason. And then Owens is like, oh yeah, you want to bring it? Hits a powerbomb right off the freaking stage. That was amazing. Oh my God. I wrote it on Twitter. Follow me down below. The link is down in the description box if you have not. I wrote it. Simple. Kevin Owens is my hero. That was freaking hilarious. Alright, can we have more guest hosts so Kevin Owens can powerbomb them off the stage? Oh, that was beautiful. Anyways, so then we had the Handicap Divas match. You had Paige, the Crumpet, the Screamer, which is, by the way, this is her house. But yeah, she wants people to help her, but she keeps screaming still to this day that this is her house. Anyways, she comes in and she faces the Bella Twins, and you probably guess how this worked out. Okay Divas match. I'm not a huge fan of handicap matches, but this was actually an okay handicap match. Paige gets most of her offense on Brie. Again, WWE's making Brie look weak, even though, no offense to Nikki, but Brie's a little bit the more talented Bella in the ring, despite me liking Nikki so much. And then Nikki comes in, does her again. I guess her new signature move is her little Wade Barrett impersonation bullhammer punch, and then now she hits the rack attack. 1, 2, 3. Bella's win. So yeah, the feud between the Bellas and Paige, I guess, continues. Oh my freaking lord. Can you just freaking call up freaking Charlotte or Bayley or I don't know who the hell from freaking NXT to help Paige so that maybe they can get a title shot in the future and not Paige for the 18th freaking time? Again, I'm a fan of both the Bellas and Paige, but this is getting ridiculous, alright? I've said it before and I'm saying it again. You're starting to make Paige look like AJ motherfucking Lee. And I hated that 13-year-old AJ Brooks, who was with CM Punk last night. And screw you, Tampa. I already hated you, Tampa, for basically, you know, being the sucky ass town. But then you can't even freaking close out the Chicago Blackhawks. And I see Punk's like, best in the world, NHL team. Anyways, so can't wait to get this ass kicked in UFC. What else did we have tonight? Oh yeah, Kane versus. And you remember how Kane used to let Randy Orton used to never let anyone go over several years ago? Yeah, now he's starting to become Chris Jericho, where it comes to the point where he's letting everyone go over him. Even Kane's going over him. And I know, you know, Sheamus interfered with the bro kick and everything. You can't capitalize on it, but still, I mean, my God. I mean, all Orton needs to do is give himself a podcast. By the way, it would be hilarious. Can you imagine Randy Orton having his own podcast? Hello, everyone. My name is Randall Keith Orton, and this is my podcast. Today's guest, we have my daughter, Elena. She's like 9. Oh my God. Anyways, that and, you know, basically being the host of Tough Enough, aka copying Stone Cold Steve Austin. But anyways, so Sheamus and Orton are having a feud. Usually I'd be excited for this because, you know, these guys both work well in the ring together. There's just one problem, and I've said this before. These guys have zero chemistry with each other. I don't understand why, but they have zero chemistry with each other, and it makes zero sense to me. Anyways, excuse me. And then, what else did we have tonight? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, we had the 6-man tag team match, player. You had the New Day versus Neville and the new WWE Tag Team Champions, the Primetime Players. And a decent 6-man tag team match. Neville hits the red arrow, and I believe he hit it on Xavier Woods. 1, 2, 3. Neville and Primetime Players win. Sick freaking what was it? It was a spine. I think it was a spine buster from Titus O'Neil. I mean, I'm telling you, Titus O'Neil. I mean, he's been a guy who's been underrated for years now. You know, I've been high on Titus O'Neil. You know, Darren Young, he's okay in the ring, but Titus O'Neil, he's pretty agile, pretty athletic for a big guy. But hey, you know, guy played for Florida State for crying out loud. For not FSU, the Gators. You know, Tim Tebow and company. Anyways, moving on. God, Aaron Hernandez was on that team. Anyways, moving on to the main event segment. I believe it was the main event. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? I think I am forgetting something, but I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not. Anyways, so Gunther comes to the ring to announce who's Oh, yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention. Oh, I don't know what I forgot. The little backstage segment between Seth Rollins, Lawless X-Men himself, and Kane. You know, Seth Rollins brought up the fact that he's actually a champion by himself, and that, you know, when Kane was champion, he needed the help of Undertaker and Paul Bearer. Kane got pissed, and you know, Rollins is like, oh, you know, I hope you're my next opponent so I can take you out of your misery. Rollins is doing pretty good by himself. I said it before, guys. He doesn't need the authority. He doesn't need JJ security. If he just buys himself like this, he'll be fine. At least what I thought too, until the main event segment. So God and Queens come out, and of course, you know, Seth Rollins comes out. They're about to announce who his opponent's going to be. Who Seth Rollins' opponent's going to be at the Battleground pay-per-view in a little 4.5 weeks. And, basically Triple H pumps up Rollins, basically says, oh yeah, you know, we're proud of you, you know, you have a little attitude lately, but you know, we're so proud of you, and we're going to test you. We're going to see if you're the diamond in the rough or you're dust. And then out comes Brock Lesnar. Comes out, the Beast Incarnate, the part-timer Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, along with Paul Heyman. Yeah, I can't wait till the next, this feud when Paul Heyman's cutting all the promos for Brock Lesnar until, like, the go-home show. So, Brock Lesnar comes out, and he just stares down Seth Rollins, and this is where the plot hole... First of all, there's 2 plot holes here. First of all, of course, you know, they announced that that Lesnar was no longer suspended, that he was reinstated, because remember, Lesnar was suspended after F5 and Michael Cole and the camera guy a couple of times, which was hilarious as hell. And, the plot hole is one... Give me... I know, Hakaluki, gross, whatever. Anyways, so first of all, if, you know, you suspending this guy for being, you know, too reckless, you're unsuspending him because he's too reckless. What the hell does that mean? That's like saying, oh, you're gonna go to jail for murdering a guy, but guess what? We're gonna release you in the span of like 2 days because, you know, you might murder a guy. What the fuck does that mean? And second of all, you know, oh my God, Seth Rollins, who in January was not afraid of Brock Lesnar. He was afraid of Randy Orton, but he was not afraid of the Beast incarnate Brock. He stood up to Brock Lesnar several times in his face without a problem. He curve stomped him without a problem. Back when the curve stomp was, he could use it. Now he has to use the pedigree. And now all of a sudden he's pissing his pants basically for seeing that Brock Lesnar. This was just 5 months ago. So I'm like, oh, this was several years ago. But hey, WWE wants us to forget this shit because hashtag WWE logic. You know, I used to say TNA logic. Hashtag WWE logic. And Lesnar basically stares down Rollins. Rollins is like, but he just walks out. So obviously we got Brock versus Rollins at the pay-per-view. I know there's rumors that WWE wants to do Rollins versus Rollins versus Lesnar. Rollins versus Triple H. At SummerSlam. Obviously, Rollins being the face. To me, other than that should happen, at least not now, because Rollins is too good as a heel right now. I mean, he's just enjoyable as hell. And I don't see the Authority being a face all of a sudden turn like a face stable, so it wouldn't make much sense. Big Show loves turning your face 8 billion times a year, along with Kane. So, that's pretty much Monday Night Raw right there. Also, I just forgot, Bray Wyatt cut a promo. Yeah, what else is new? Against Roman Reigns, baby girl, came out first. And he's like, I want to kick his ass, baby girl. No, seriously, but he did say he wanted to kick his ass. And then Bray Wyatt. Now and I know Bray Wyatt's supposed to be creepy and weird, but this is between being creepy and weird and just creepy and freaky. As in, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because I know, as usual, Bray Wyatt cuts a mumbo-jumbo promo, but freaking Bray Wyatt has a picture. Now, of course, Father's Day is coming up this coming Sunday. And, WWE is going back to the whole, be a father, be a good father, with Titus O'Neil and Roman Reigns has one from last year. And, Bray Wyatt has a still photo from, the commercial with Roman Reigns and his baby girl. It's actually baby girl, his daughter. And, yeah, he has a picture of them together, and it just looks really weird. Let me tell you something. If I had a kid, particularly a daughter, and someone had a picture of me with my daughter, yes, what the fuck? I would whoop their ass so fast it's not gonna happen. Oh, damn. And I get it, that's the whole point, you're trying to get behind, but it's just like, okay, neither guy's probably gonna go over, because people like me are probably gonna still dislike Roman Reigns at the end of the day, and Bray Wyatt is still gonna be lost in the shuffle after. And The Undertaker had rounds with him in 2 straight years at WrestleMania. Anyways, that's it for me, you guys. Overall, I thought Monday Night Raw was, for what it looks like this second, a good show. But I have a gut feeling that later down the road, I'm going to look at the show and going, yeah, plot hole here, part-time world champion here. And by the way, what the hell does Dean Ambrose do now after Lesnar wins? I mean, what happens if he does at Battleground, excuse me? Does he face Kane? I know they teased that, earlier in the night. Kane versus Ambrose. Yay. Oh, God. This company. This is great. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Comment down below. Subscribe if you have not followed me on Twitter. As usual, link down in the description box. You guys know what to do. That's it for me. I'm going to get out of this baked freaking 100-something degree sun because I'm in freaking Arizona. Anyways, catch y'all later. Peace.